Agent.
Yeah, feel free to. So how did it feel to get back out
Oh,
there?
yeah, it felt great to be back. Obviously, that game was a very interesting one with a lot of breaks. So it's finally good to get back. It's been a long month, hard one, a lot of rehab, but it's good to be back with the team and the girls.
Thank you for that. We'll open it up to questions here on Zoom. Theo, go ahead.
Hi, Evelina.
Hi.
Theo, so nice to meet you. Kind of first question is about last weekend. Had you ever played in a game that lasted 5 hours before?
No, I have not. I've never experienced anything like this, but I'm happy I have and cross that off my bucket list.
Yeah, that's some good NWSL experience right there.
Yeah.
I want to go back to the beginning of you joining Houston. It's the first time we've had the chance to speak to you. How did the move come about? You obviously spent 1 year with Orlando last year. You've had been at some really big clubs in your home country in Italy before that. So kind of walk me through how you arrived in Houston.
Well, yes, like you said, I was in Orlando for a year. Didn't get a lot of playing time, so I just made a decision I thought would help me in my career the best. And after a couple months, after some talk, my agent received some interest from Houston, and I thought it was very interesting. Fabrice shortly explained what his ambitions and what his goal was, and I really wanted to be part of something new and something bigger. So everything he explained to me sounded really interesting and didn't have to think much. It sounded good right from the beginning.
Did you ever think about leaving the NWSL, or like kind of once you'd come to Orlando, you were like, even though I didn't play, I want to give this league another shot? What was your kind of options for going or staying?
Um, I'd say after just a couple months in Orlando, I realized that NWSL was the league I wanted to continue playing in. And so I don't really have any future plans, but I'd love to stay here for a couple more years.
And in terms of being on the pitch, I feel like we've seen short bursts of you, but I feel like you've looked rejuvenated and really exciting in the moments we've seen. And obviously it's a new team, new coach. Um, but what do you feel like you're getting out of your football right now?
So right now, I feel like even though I have played 4 games now, it still don't feel like I have really showed and proved who I am, but I just want to contribute. I just want to help the team as much as possible, but I still think I need a little bit more time, and a little more minutes before I can really say anything.
I love that. That's very real and humble. That yeah, it is only these brief moments. Something I think is interesting about your career is you've played a lot of different positions. You've kind of been used as maybe more of a forward. I know you've had some kind of wing back experience too, and Fabrice is looking right now again, new team, new coach, but quite a lot of movement in where people can be. Do you have a position you like, or do you like to move around? Is this idea of fluidity kind of exciting to you?
I mean, I'm open for everything, and I've also been an all-around player my whole life. But right now, and he's playing me as a 10, that's what I prefer, and then side doesn't really matter. So I'm just happy that I finally get to play that position. It's been a while, so I'm happy about that.
And last one for me, what's your national team ambitions, or kind of when it comes to that side of the game, what are you looking for in your career? I know again, it's all, you're so young and there's so much ahead of you, but when you think about national team ambitions, what are those conversations like?
Um, there haven't been any longer conversations about much senior time playing, but I'd love to make my debut anytime soon. I know there's a Euro coming up. I don't want to get too excited. I don't want to jinx anything, and I just want to work hard. And obviously, if it happens, it happens. But for now, I'm with the U23, and I'm just grateful for that. I have a lot of friends and a lot of good people around me, so just yeah, leave it at that.
Love that. I'll hand it over to Dustin, and let him ask some questions. Thanks.
Thank you.
Dustin, go ahead.
Thanks, Theo. Hey, Evelina.
Hi.
Hey, I know Ellen Rubinson was here last year, another Swedish player. Did you get a chance to speak with her? Do you know her from your nationalities?
No, sadly, I haven't spoke to her. we've only played against each other. We've never really had a chance to talk to each other, which is pretty sad, but I know of her.
And I know Theo talked about it a little bit, but we've heard a lot of the players talk about how Fabrice is very tactical. You know, he likes to change things up. How has that been for you guys learning that this season and kind of on the fly having to learn it as you guys get through the season?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Just hearing about Fabrice from other players, that he's very tactical, and just learning all of that. How has that been for you guys, having to learn it very quickly, and for yourself too? I know you got here late in the off season, but having to learn all the new tactics and the new coaching staff.
He's like you said, very intelligent, very smart. He's also been very helpful and really made sure that I really understand the game plan from the very get-go. And he's also making sure that we're all on the same page. And like that's the very, that's the most important part for him before we actually move on. So he's very big on that. So I think that's helping. And he's, yeah, like I said, very intelligent, very smart. So that's just helping.
And just looking ahead this weekend, Seattle for you guys, another tough game. But as you guys continue to learn and build, as you talked about, how important is it for you guys to find these results, especially in road games against a team like Seattle that you may be fighting for, for a playoff spot at the end of the season?
I mean, we all know that Seattle's been doing very well, and it's in this league, everything and anything is possible. I just think we have to focus a lot on ourselves because I do believe we have the quality and we've shown that multiple times. We just need that little extra in the end and make sure that we don't let in a goal. But it's going to be a difficult game, and Seattle is a good side.
Thanks, Evelina.
Thank you.
All right, oh, Theo, do you have a follow-up?
Oh yeah, I just wanted to do two quick ones if that's okay.
Sure, go ahead.
Thank you. It's great to speak to you. I've got a lot of kind of things I want to know more about, which is what were the biggest lessons? I know minutes on the pitch weren't what you wanted, and you've got to get minutes on the pitch. You're a young player, you want to develop. But what were maybe the biggest lessons you learned from last year in Orlando?
I feel like I learned a lot, actually. It was more than just game time. I feel like I grew more as a person. I was also, I mean, Orlando has a lot of more experience, like a lot of experience, older players, especially like Marta. And she taught me how to be more of a person outside the field, that I'm more than just a soccer player. So that's something I learned. And yeah, I learned a lot of patience, and ups and downs are very normal. So that's some of the experience that I'll take from Orlando.
And final question, do you have any mentors or idols in football that were players you like to mimic in your game, or players that you've met in your career that have, passed on good lessons to you?
Marta, definitely Marta. Yeah, Marta is she's an amazing person. She used to play in Sweden, which helped me a lot because we would speak Swedish. And she's like very big on helping others, especially young players. I think she just kind of want to pass that on to others. So she would just teach me. She would show me what she would do in certain situations, and I just do the same. And then, yeah, that's what she would do. Definitely Marta.
Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thanks for jumping on, guys. We'll have this and useful items available later today.